So it seems there's different councils up and down the country that are trying to bring about injunctions to stop migrants being housed in their hotels. They're basically saying that it's bad for business, in so much as it's bad for the economy, because these hotels were used for a lot of tourists to come down who would spend quite a fair bit of money while they're on holiday. And also it's bad for local business, because the local businesses saying they were using those hotels to put up people who were travelling to their business for business meetings, etc. So at the moment there's injunctions going in up and down the country, as far up as Blackpool and further on down south. However, my worry is if these places don't take them, which I don't want them to take them either, don't get me wrong, it will force them more into the country where I live. Now, I'm not just thinking about me here, I'm thinking about the old and the infirmed and all the rest of it, but I want these people gone. I don't want to be nice about it. I would like them put onto a Hercules at an Air Force base and then drop back into some third world country that will bribe to take them. Yes, you heard that right, that's what I want. But it seems that maybe that these migrants are getting wind of this, because they've all got smartphones, the latest clothes, etc, etc, you name it. So when they come ashore at Dover, because not all of them come in via the taxi service known as the RNLI or the naval ships that bring them in. No, some of them come in and they make it ashore and then they run inland. Well, it seems that they're not actually going that far, because there are people around the Dover area that have had these bastards trying to break into their house. And it seems that they're actually getting tooled up and they're living in fear. Can you imagine that? Living in fear of some person from another country who looks different to you, doesn't speak your language probably, and who has, well, he's doing all of this illegally, and he's now going to further that breaking the law by breaking into your house. And then what? What's he going to do then? So I feel very sorry for those on the south coast within the area of where the small boats can cross and land. I also feel very sorry for anybody who lives very close to, and I'm not far off by the way, close to one of these hotels that are housing these people, because the government are block booking them. And I think you'll find it's £6.2 million a day spent on housing these people. Think of that sum of money and then double it and treble it, and well, actually 52 would be a good idea, and then work out just roughly, because that's what they're saying to us. Obviously the cost of this is astronomical, and it's far more than just housing them, because they've got to be given cars, they've got to be given driving lessons to drive those cars, and they've got to be given all of the other things that put them high above the list longer than you. But there it is. I wish I was in front of my computer so I could read you off some facts and figures which would make this video more interesting, but I'm stuck in the truck, so unfortunately this is what you get. I plan for the future to be sat in front of said computer reading off numerous amounts of information to you so that you could be more informed. However, where does it end? All I hear is the likes of Nigel Farage saying, oh, we're being invaded. Yes, we are, Nigel. Good analysis. Where did you get that off? These YouTubers that pointed it out, much like the migrants crossing, because you weren't exactly first on the scene there either, were you? Although you did say you were. And there's a lot of people who are crowing quite loudly about this invasion and what we're going to do about it. But what are they? Controlled opposition? Most of them. They'll say what you think that they should be saying, and they'll make you believe that we're being represented. We're not. But we seriously have mass amounts of them here, dangerous levels of them. And they network, which is a worry, and they're a threat to our security. Simple as that. However, there it is. I'll get more information on that as I go. Interesting, I think the Daily Mail now has just said, speaking of Dover, that this guy was arrested through something to do with paedophilia, but what I don't know, and that did threaten to take his own life. And it's also alleged, by the way, that after he committed the act down there and before he suicided himself, he went up to the coach drivers and said that what you're doing is wrong and your kids should be raped and murdered. And that's come from the paper, so it's not me saying that. There you are. It's all very weird, that's all I'll say. I mean, I'm not saying that somebody who may be a paedophile is not capable of doing any of this things, not saying that, but it just doesn't make, none of this adds up at the moment. And it's amazing that we've had all of these things put into place, these intrusive intelligence gathering things where they can listen to what we do and they can monitor what we do, and it's all done in the aid of security, and yet they can't stop any of this stuff. Is it actually done for that reason, or is that the reason that we're led to believe? You tell me. Anyway, I'm going to carry on about my day. Don't forget, I'm doing content on my other channel. I did one today about the COVID amnesty, so if you want to go over and watch that, that's a video that I'm quite happy with, actually. I was quite honest. Well, I always am, actually, but yeah, brutally honest. But there you go. Right, thanks a lot, and I'll put some more stuff out later on as it comes in. I'll see you later.